the image maker has created many images. The images that are being used to control people with their minds. You see, the image maker makes all kinds of images, but they're very negative. They are about taking from others. They are about going places that belong to others. And they also like to, well, to put it bluntly, kill things. This image maker uses images to influence people. You see, there's a code. Think of it as an algorithm. Code in the cell. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is an algorithm. See, my wife looked up algorithm the other day, and by definition, I would say yes. There is an algorithm that affects all of us. It's a part of the system. It's intelligent, or it seems intelligent. It very much is an artificial intelligence. It's an intelligence that's made really of images, knowledge, capturing of thoughts and ideas. It's a part of the system. It's a part of the system. So one day, Ambassador Watt contacted Niekay about the system, the corruption in the system, the algorithm coming in and messing up the code that was created. But there's a creator of the code, and that creator has a totally different plan. It's a totally different structure. It's a totally different system. But the image maker, like a hacker, think of a hacker, expert on systems and infiltrating systems and creating systems and, you know, working on making AI and things like that. And it turns out that the control of all that seems to be some very dark and sinister nemesi of the amazing Niekay. So let's just say there's a sick child. The nemesis, the evil one, would use the mechanical, medical system. It's a part of the 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 system. To run an algorithm to see if there's any value on saving one life. It's a part of the system. It's a part of the system. Or not. It's a part of one human life. And the enemy, the nemesis. Yeah, anti-Niekay. I don't know. Just a bad dude, whoever they are. Let's see. Spider-Man kind of had like his dark self. We don't want to do that yet. Or Venom, or I don't know. They did them a couple different ways. It depended on what multiverse you went to. Because the multiverses are real. Depending on what multiverse you went to. It's all, I don't know. It's all different images. So, depending on what multiverse you went to, you can look at it a lot of different ways. Depending on what multiverse you went to. But this is, see, I'm at a required location. The system that I have infiltrated is set up in a way that they track me everywhere I go, everything I do, everything I say, everything's recorded. But if I'm in the right locations, right space, time, right part of the multiverse, located, lined up in a proper way, and I do what I'm supposed to do some things there, fit in with the image, then they give me, depending on what multiverse you went to, they go into the system and they give me like a higher, it's not like a ranking, well, there's a lot involved, there's a lot of the different things, it's like any kind of image character building that you're going to do, like let's say if it was a video game or something, who is this character, what are their strengths, what are their weaknesses, what is their physical appearance. So, like for instance, in a story I'm working on, make sure delete this is as part of the project, but that's a secret, so I'll have to edit this out of the recording later. Make sure delete this, so nobody's actually going to hear me mention the project, because it's really top secret, and I can't let that, I don't want people asking about that yet, so, make sure delete this, it's all edited, so, I'm glad I edited that out. Well, wait a minute, I'm not in the future yet, or am I? There I am. Okay, so, in the future, I definitely see myself prepared to edit it out, but it looks like I'm leaving it for a little while, so probably just for Niekay and the one other person that tuned into this episode of the amazing Niekay project crossover. Oh wait, I can't call it project crossover. Project was the secret part. Make sure delete this, make sure delete it, make sure delete this, delete this, make sure delete this, make sure delete this, sure delete this. Anyway, so the ambassador, what is an interesting dude. He wears like an overcoat, kind of like the army overcoats, but patchworked, all different patches. It's like almost like a quilt looking, with all the different patches. There's things written on the patches. And many of the patches are not just patches, but they're little pockets. They got little zippers on them. They got things pinned to them. You could get lost in just his overcoat. And of course, it's not like in a creepy way. Like, he opens his overcoat, scares the ladies. Or not even like, maybe a little bit like, no. You know, the guys that's standing out, hey man, I got a watch for you. Hey, I need some money. It's valuable. I'm in a hurry, man. I gotta get the money. None of that. It's more just he's comfortable, and that's what he wears. He's always got a hat on. The hat's never the same. I have never seen two images of what? Ambassador what? With the same hat. Depending on what multiverse you went to. So I need to see about getting Miles to show me some of the drawings he has of him. He has glasses, but not normal. Well, you know nothing about what is normal, right? Are we familiar enough with him, with the ambassador? Sometimes he goes by Bishop What, but that's depending on what multiverse you went to. The multiverse that I'm communicating from right now.
Multiverse 1, multiverse 1, verse 1.
I think I'm just gonna give it 1.
Verse 1, multiverse 1, multiverse 1, multiverse 1.
So.
Multiverse 1, multiverse 1, verse 1, multiverse 1, multiverse 1.
Well, that's fair.
Multiverse 1.
Yeah, I'll think about it. Anyway, in Multiverse 1, I'm going to package up this box here. I don't need it, because if I keep this microphone out of the box, I should get a better quality of my voice. And then if I want to add some background noises or whatever, I can do that. So there was another individual that was supposed to meet me at this location. Depending on what multiverse you went to. For this mission, I am known as Popcorn Man, and the individual that I'm supposed to meet with is Nugget. Nugget is a deep spy. Depending on what multiverse you went to. He's making sure that everything is done right. Just keeping things on the straight and narrow. He reports directly to whoever it is that's the most important to report to. Depending on what multiverse you went to. And he sometimes goes by Nugget Man. Nugget. But Popcorn Man and Nugget, they get along pretty good. So, Nugget. Popcorn Man was aka Potato Man. Depending on what multiverse you went to. I was trying to think if there was another aka for him. Yeah, I don't think so. Potato Man, Nugget, Chicken Nugget, Popcorn Man. Yeah, I think that's about it. Because we are what we eat, so he likes chicken nuggets and I like potatoes and popcorn. I don't know. I think I like butter, so as long as I can put butter on potatoes or popcorn, it makes them taste pretty good. So maybe it's butter with potato. That sounds about right. Butter with popcorn. Yeah, either one of those should be fairly healthy, not unhealthy. From time to time, I would think. Okay, so I do not see Nugget exiting the building. Now, one thing about it, though, my multi-dimensional craft, I use it to travel the multiverse and A lot of times, though, I'll just be in near one. Or skimming the top to one, maybe. Probably down in some more of the sub numbers. Because rather than adding to the multiverse, let's say, it's more of a subtracting from. So there's the one multiverse that is the image. It's the top code, the highest created algorithms and equations and so on, however you picture it. If we were doing a film, we could probably find all different kinds of ways to picture it, or we'd like have the letters spanning out. And when you're using images, you can do all kinds of stuff. After all, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Or at least that's what someone said that resonated with people. So when I say resonate, it's like vibrate, like there's this connection moving to the same sound, beat, music. I mean, people do it all the time, except to elevator music. Nobody's dancing to elevator music. Well, maybe. See, that'd be another good side project for the Niekay group. Yeah, I think that would be a really good idea. So we'll just have to figure out how to help the Niekay group to get with filming, make things available for them. Some of them are younger, so they'll need rides and things like that. Need help learning how to drive. All that. So, as I'm writing the story, and so I'm at my job location, I clock in using my pocket computer, and that computer connects with the system of computers and connections, and basically it's you've got a digital world that looks very analog, very static, maybe more solid, I guess. But normally when I pick up Nugget, I come from the opposite direction and park across from the house that he comes out of, and he can look out the door and see me. This time I parked on the other side of the road, just a little past the home that he's in. So he'd have to look kind of closer. He'd have to contact me using a text or a call. See, I'm where I'm supposed to be, and 17 minutes ago, according to the way they track time here in this dimension. Now, when we make that into part of the amazing Niekay story, part of the multiverse, alright? So it's not one, it's the amazing Niekay one. I mean, it's better than a number, man. It's his whole name. But on that one, then instead of saying like in the real world right now, it's 717. I have an individual that I work with Ark of the Ozarks, that I am picking up from a friend's house, which is also another government listed building that with proper clearance you can know the building, the occupants, their diagnoses, their care, documentation on every day of their life for however long they've been in with the Ark of the Ozarks. So all that's collected, connected, all that data. And the good thing that's about that is the in the amazing Niekay universe, the one, I think I introduced him as the one, kind of like, as far as they can tell, like the amazing Niekay, all the characters around him, Billy and Steve, and I don't know, all the different ones. I think that's what I called him, was the one. So anyway, for me in the real world, the one is, I consider him my father. People call him God. Creator. So I believe there is someone programming the system, yes. There's someone corrupting the system. There are, bottom feeders. There's just evil stuff. And there's really good. Because I believe not even so much the writer of the code, but the creator of the creation, the system maker, and then like you could go the system maker of the system maker of the system maker. It doesn't really stop because it's really just an echo. What is an echo? Billy and Steve were in a cave, and Billy said, "Bah!" And it echoed off the cave walls. Bah! Wow. I guess I better get me some little sound machines when I'm working on this stuff, huh? But since I serve a creator, he wants me to create. Although it's not really me creating, it is him creating through me. Or with me. Alongside of me. That's pretty cool. So 7/21 on 12 something 2022. I guess today's would be the 30th, wouldn't it? It's Friday. So now I've locked in a chronological time. So as I'm speaking right now and recording this, it is 12/30, 2022. 12th month, 30th day, 2022. So you break it down, you got it down to just the numbers, or so now you can just change it into a code, a start date, move the numbers around in a way that you know how you're moving them. And then you can adjust every start date and make it match with the actual date. So let me see if Nugget tried to text me or anything. No. But I'm not really in a hurry or anything. The weather is not bad. And while I'm waiting, I'll just go ahead and continue working on the amazing Niekay group project. I forget who this recording's for. I don't know everyone that's working on the project yet. I know there's Miles. Wasn't there like a Judah, John, Jason, somebody? So the enemy, the nemesis of the amazing Niekay, will be a come forth as different bosses, strongmen, individuals with control over certain areas and certain abilities or whatever. I'd rather be sleeping. I like sleeping because then I can dream. I like dreaming because it's very peaceful. Oh no. Just thought of something. The old men dream dreams, and the young men see visions. Well, I still see visions, but I like dreaming. I guess I might be getting old. But basically, when Nugget comes out of the location that can be located specifically. So the more specific something is located, the lower the probability that it can be changed. It's some people, it's not okay. So some people call it the observer effect, or I might be misunderstanding what the observer effect is, but I mean, I like the words together. Observer effect. It's okay. So let's say you had a little colony of people. Well, not like sentient people, although I guess why not? But there'd be all kinds of stuff going on. Indistinguishable movement. As you look closer and closer, these possible images that are going to be manifested start to take shape. They start to take form. And wherever you look and see what is happening, see what is there, then the less likely it's something else. For instance, on Thursday, when I arrived at the location that I was supposed to be in for the Ark of the Ozarks to work with a client that is a part of the Ark of the Ozarks, I parked, and when I got out of the van, I looked, and there was a purse on the ground, kind of by the parking spot there, near the dumpster and all. And I walked over to it, and I took a picture of it because I wanted to capture that image. Okay, now we go back to the amazing Niekay story. So this really happened. So I look down and I take a picture of it, and at some point when the story's being broadcast with video or with images, then I can share that image. But in the amazing Niekay, the way that would work is the ambassador that has these glasses that aren't really like regular glasses. They got another lens and another lens. You've seen them, and some of the little lenses that stick up that you can take down, kind of like a watchmaker glasses meets Edward Scissorhands or something. I don't know. And then even when he takes his glasses off, he'll have other kind of glasses underneath. He tends to have lots of layers. That's a good quote that some character can say about the ambassador sometime. He likes to wear lots of layers. Excuse me, the ear's been a little dry lately. But, okay. So, when I see that purse and I take the picture, in reality what happens then, I look down and there's an ID card right there. And you can see it in the picture, but I don't want to share any private information, so right now that picture is blurred. Of course, the fact that it's only audio is I'd have to get pretty specific for you to see it clearly. So I'm going to leave it in the probability field generator. Ooh, do you have a probability field generator? Those are cool. So what you can do is you take any basic situation that's going on and you throw it into the probability field generator, and it generates all kinds of different fields. But the reality is it's really crude technology, because the more advanced features actually is able to read and separate the various probability fields and narrow them down and actually purposely make specific ones happen. So that's pretty wild. So anyway, Niekay, I know you're the only one that has listened to this all the way through without any edits. That's impressive. Or sad. Get a life, man. What are you doing? Just listening to this all the time? Come on, get to work. Have you been drawing? Have you been creating? That's what we need. We need image creator that is creating images that are good, that are positive, that are strengthening, that are giving of life. And so that's the assignment for the amazing Niekay. So one of his adventures, or a theme of his adventures, really will be to create or show forth positive image, because there is an image maker that is doing all kinds of negative images and trying to get people to look there, because he's learned about the way the probability fields work. He's learned about the ways that the knowing exactly where something is, exactly what it's doing, what it looks like, the observer effect, the focus, that's what the ambassador Watt and the amazing Niekay are going to work on. So in the story, the individuals that are doing like the design, I don't know, there's Miles involved, isn't he? I know there's a Miles somewhere. But anyway, the ones that are working like with the images, the designs, the sets, the costumes, I don't know. I'm not sure who's working on what right now, but it'll get more organized as time goes on. It's the Niekay is chosen to fight, and the dude's all scrambled all over the multiverse. Sometimes, and then you got Watt. I don't know if he's coming or going. It's going to be quite a story. So it's what, December 30th, 2022, and it is 7:35 a.m. Central Standard Time. You have to narrow down the time zones a little bit when you travel a lot. Go through the dimensions. Sometimes there's that one place where they didn't even use numbers, they used colors. Everybody saw a different shade as a number. It wasn't all different. Like, everybody saw green as 2, or red as 3, or there was like a number that they saw, even though all I saw was a color. That was a pretty trippy multiverse, but it was pretty. Lots of color. Probably not good for people with seizure disorder. Might be a bit flashy. Alright, anyway, so it's 7:36. Nugget was supposed to be here at 7. He's late. I guess I'll call him, because I just need to take him to his apartment, and then we'll hang out, and I wanted to type up and work on some more of this. But I was also typing some stuff up, so I needed to type, working on my communication. So I probably should just go over there, but then we're going to go eat some pancakes. I'll call him and see. Oh, here he comes. It's Nugget. Hello, Nugget. I was recording. I'm Popcorn Man. You're Nugget. Or I was also doing Ambassador Watt. working on the amazing Niekay project just a little. Have a good time. Good times. Temporary layoffs. So, Popcorn Man, Nugget always, got our seatbelt on. So we wait before we pull out and put our seatbelts on. Because we're safe, dudes. Right? Yep. depending on what multiverse you went to. Okay, Nugget's gone dark, so I'm going to sign off now, and maybe we'll talk again later.